Okay, we have already talked about measures of the center. Now we're going to talk about how spread out is the data. The easiest way to measure spread is the range. What's the range of the data? Now the range is not actually like 7 to 28. The range is actually a single number, and the range is the greatest value minus the least value. It's the difference. So if we think about range, that's going to be your highest or your greatest minus your lowest. You're literally taking, what's the difference between your lowest and your highest value? The difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile, think about quarters, the lower 25% and the upper 25%, is called the interquartile range. Now the upper quartile, the third quartile, is the median of the upper half, and the lower quartile is the median of the lower half. The IQR, the interquartile range, shows where the middle 50% of the data lies. Okay, let's look at what this is saying. So you have your data here. Here's your lowest. Here's your highest. Here's your median, which we also call Q2. Okay, quartiles. Here's your Q1, your first quartile, and your Q3, your third quartile. So we're breaking it up into 25%. Think of quarters, 25 cents, 25%. Okay, so each one of these is 25%. Well, the interquartile range is between the difference between these two values, Q3 and Q1. Notice that box is in that middle 50%. I have 25% over here, 25% over here. It's my middle 50%. And that's what this is saying, is it's the middle 50% of our data. So let's calculate the range and the IQR. Okay, so our range, not too bad. Range, we find our highest value, which we put these in order earlier. Highest value is 47, minus our lowest value, which is 3. We do that subtraction, we get a range of 44. So we're spread out by 44 points, is what it is. Now, to find the IQR, we need to find our Q1, our Q2, and our Q3. The reason why we need to find our Q2 is that's what divides us in half. So we do, okay, here's 1 for 1s, remember? So here's my Q2. Here's my dividing line. Then, to find your Q1 and your Q2, so this right here is my Q2, so I'm going to look at this set of data and find its median. So I would mark out here and here, and I would find the mean, Q1, is going to be 7 plus 13 divided by 2. So Q1, 7 plus 13 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. I would do the same thing over here, the upper half of the scores, and mark out 1 for 1. So I'd look at these two, and I would find that Q1 3 is going to be 44 plus 47 divided by 2. And that would give me a 45.5. So our IQR would be our Q3 minus Q1. So that's 45.5 minus 10. So that's 35.5. That is our IQR. In the next video, we'll see what we use all of this for.